Welcome to S2S classes. Today we'll be studying the chapter from tasting to digesting. Okay, so for this, before starting this, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Now, this starts with a story. Jhumpa ran into the kitchen and caught hold of her mother, saying, "Ma, I am not going to eat this bitter Karela. Give me gur and roti." Ma smiled and said, "You ate roti and sugar in the morning." Jhulan, her sister, teased Jhumpa that don't you get bored of only one taste? Jhumpa replied quickly, "Do you get bored with licking imli, that is tamarind? I bet your mouth is watering just by hearing the word imli." "Sure, I love the sour imli, but I eat sweet and salty things too. I even eat karela," said Jhulan, and looked at her mother, and they both started laughing heartily. Then Jhulan said to Jhumpa, "Let's play a game. You close your eyes and open your mouth. I'll put something to eat in your mouth. You have to tell us what it is." Jhulan took a few drops of lemon juice in a spoon and then put it in Jhumpa's mouth. "Sour lemon," Jhumpa replied quickly. She was able to understand what it was very quickly. Now, next, Jhulan picked up a small piece of jaggery. Her mother suggested that they should crush it, otherwise she'll know what it is. Jhulan crushed the jaggery, but Jhumpa easily guessed it. Okay, so next they played the game with different food items. Jhumpa could tell the fried fish even before tasting it, okay, because fried fish it has a different smell. So maybe because of the smell, Jhumpa was able to tell. Now Jhulan said, "Now close your nose and tell me what this is." Jhumpa was confused. "It is a bit bitter, a little salty, and somewhat sour. Give me one more spoonful," she asked. Jhulan took another spoonful of the cooked karela, uncovered Jhumpa's eyes, and said, "Here it is." Jhumpa laughed. "Yes, give me more." Okay, so basically, without seeing, when Jhumpa ate Karela, she liked the Karela, and then later she asked her sister Jhulan to give her more of it. Okay, so next we have a few questions. So the first one is, Jhulan's mouth started watering when she heard of the word Imli. Okay, so when does your mouth water? Okay, so maybe your mouth may water for the food which you like a lot. Okay, so there can be a few things like maybe jalebi or pizza or anything. So you need to just write the taste. Like jalebi is sweet. So in this manner, you need to write. Okay, and also the second question is, do you like only one kind of taste or different kind of tastes? Okay, so maybe someone would like only eating sweet things, but someone would like eating sweet things also, and then spicy things also. So it depends upon person to person. Then next, Jhulan put a few drops of lemon in Jhumpa's mouth. Do you think we can make out the taste with just a few drops? Yes, I guess making out the taste of lemon juice is quite easy, and we can do it with the help of few drops only. Next we have is, if someone were to put a few seeds of sauf on your tongue, would you be able to tell with your eyes closed? So I feel that we won't be able to tell unless and until we are able to chew that. Okay, once we chew, then we can easily distinguish that it was sauf. Okay, so next we have is, how did Jhumpa make out the fried fish? Can you guess the name of certain things only by their smell without seeing or tasting them? Okay, so about the fried fish, Jhumpa was able to tell that it was fried fish just because of its smell. Okay, so just think of other things which you can just understand what it is by the smell only. Okay, so has anyone ever told you hold your nose before taking a medicine? Why do you think they tell us to do this? Okay, so they basically tell us to do this so that even if there is a bad smell of the medicine, we won't get that bad smell and it will be easier for us to eat. Okay, so next we have is one thing that is close your eyes and tell. Okay, so this is a basic activity where you need to collect a few food items having different kinds of taste. Play a game with your friends, just like Jhumpa and Jhulan did, and then there are certain questions which you need to answer. Okay, and you should think of new words. Different kinds of tastes are there, like sweet and sour, hot and spicy. There will be such combinations also in a few food items, so you should also take note of that. Okay, so just explore new flavors. Then we have is, if someone asks you to describe the taste of amla or cucumber, you might find it difficult to explain. Okay, you cannot explain how do they taste. How would you describe the taste of these? Okay, tomato, onion, sauce, garlic. Okay, so you need to think of certain words through which you can tell the taste of these things. Okay, now next we have, when Jhumpa tasted some of the things, she said, she made this sound. So what do you think it may be? Okay, so it may be chili or something which she felt spicy and she made this sound just like you make when you eat spicy things. Okay, and then the next question is, why do you make sounds that describe some tastes? From your expression and sounds, ask your friends to guess what you might have eaten. Okay, so there are certain expressions that we make when we have certain taste. If we eat something too spicy, okay, then we make certain noise. So you should just discuss all this with friends and try to enact that, and your friend has to tell what have you eaten. Next we have is chew it or chew it well. What's the difference? Okay, so you need to try this in class. Each of you have to take a piece of bread or a roti or some cooked rice, okay? And then you have to put it in your mouth. Now chew 3 to 4 times and then swallow it, okay? So was there any change in the taste? You need to observe, and then you need to take another amount of the same thing which you had chewed and then chew it for 20 to 25 times. Okay, so you need to tell that, is there any change in taste which you felt of these items? So just do this activity, discuss with your friends, and then you'll come up with the answers. So there are a few points to discuss. Has anyone at home told you to eat slowly and chew well as the food digests properly? Okay, so why do you think they say this? They say this because when we chew food, the food becomes small and also it mixes with the saliva, and saliva helps in digestion of food. Okay, and then we have the next point, that is, imagine you are eating some hard like a green guava. What kind of changes take place in it from the time you bite a piece and put it in your mouth to when you swallow it? Okay, think, what does the saliva in our mouth do? So when we bite a piece, it is hard, but when we chew it after some time, it mixes with our saliva and becomes a paste. Okay, so basically saliva helps in digestion of our food, and it helps in making the food, in breaking down the food. Okay, now next we have is straight from the heart. Okay, so where do you think the food must be going after you put it in your mouth and swallow it? Okay, we all put the food in our mouth and swallow it. Okay, so in the picture given here, draw the path of food through your body. Okay, just imagine what would be happening and then draw a path of food in this picture. Like this is your mouth. From here, the food may go inside. Then what else will be happening? You need to draw. Okay, and then every picture, like compare your drawing with the drawing of your friend, and then you'll get to know that do you have similar pictures or there's some differences. Okay, so you need to perform this activity, and then later in senior classes you'll see the diagram of what exactly happens to the food when it goes inside our mouth and when we swallow it. Now we have a few points to discuss, that are, how do you feel when you are very hungry? How would you describe it? Okay, so here you can say, like for example, sometimes we jokingly say that I am so hungry that I can eat an elephant. So there are certain expressions. So you need to tell that what is your expression when you feel hungry. Okay. Maybe someone may get angry. Now, how do you come to know that you are hungry? Then think, what would happen if you do not eat not anything for 2 days? And would you be able to manage without drinking water for 2 days? Okay, maybe you can live without food for 2 days, but without drinking water for 2 days, will you be able to manage? And what happens to the water that we drink? Okay, this is also we need to you need to discuss. Okay, so there are a few examples of how people feel when they are hungry. So over here, this girl, whenever she's hungry, she has a headache. Okay, and this boy gets angry easily when he's hungry. So over here, when my sister is hungry, she cries, and the dog also cries when the dog is hungry. So in this manner, everyone has a different way of expressing their hunger. Now there's a small story or incident where Neetu was given a glucose drip. Okay, so there's a girl named Neetu. She was very sick. Okay, all day she was vomiting, and she also had loose motions. So whatever she ate, she vomited. Her father gave her sugar and salt solution. Okay, by evening, Neetu was feeling very weak and dizzy because she was not able to eat anything. So when she got up to the doctor, she fainted. She was not able to stand and she fainted. Her father had to carry her to the doctor, and the doctor said that Neetu should get admitted in the hospital and that she needs to be given a glucose drip. Okay, so hearing this, Neetu was a bit confused that what exactly do you mean by a glucose drip? Okay, she knew that during the games period in the school, the teacher sometimes gave them glucose to drink. But what was a glucose drip? So she was confused. Now the doctor explained her that your stomach is upset. Your body is not keeping any food and water, and it has become very weak. Okay, so basically her body had become very weak. So the glucose drip will give you some strength quickly even without eating. The glucose will directly give her strength without eating any food. So this is what a glucose drip does. So there are a few things that we'll talk about and discuss. So do you remember that in class 4 you made a solution of sugar and salt? So Neetu's father also made this and gave her. So why do you think this is given to someone who has vomiting and loose motions? Okay. And then the other thing, have you ever heard the word glucose or seen it written anywhere? Okay, so if you have seen it, then just recall where have you seen it. Okay, now if we talk about glucose, glucose basically provides us energy instantly. Okay, like we eat our food gets digested and then it provides us energy. But when we talk about glucose, glucose provides us energy very quickly. Okay, so we don't have to wait for long. Now here's the question. I have a few questions. Have you ever tasted glucose? Okay, so I guess all of you must have tasted. So it tastes a little sweet. Okay, so all of you just discuss among each other that how does glucose taste. Now have you or anyone in your family has been given a glucose drip? When it happened and why it happened, discuss it in your class. Now Neetu's teacher used to tell the girls to have glucose while playing hockey. Why do you think she did this? Probably she did this so that the girls get instant energy and are able to perform good. Now look at Neetu's picture and describe what is happening. How is the glucose drip being given? Okay, so this is Neetu's picture. So how do you think it is given? Over here we can see that this is the bottle of glucose drip. Okay, this is the bottle of glucose, and then it is connected through a pipe. Through this pipe it is connected and it is directly going inside her body. Okay, so this is how the glucose is being given to Neetu. Next we have is Martin's window. Okay, so here's an old story. It seems so funny. There was a window in Martin's tummy. Actually, by mistake, Martin was shot right in the stomach. It bled a lot. The wound slowly healed and was covered by the skin, but the hole was still there. You could peep right in. Oh, what a chance for the doctors to study what happens to the food when inside the body. The story seems old, but it's really true. The secret of Martin's stomach helped us all, me and you. So, this is a small poem, and then we'll talk about this story where there was a stomach with a window. Okay, so in the poem, we read about a soldier called Martin. Okay, so in 1882, he was 18 years old and was very healthy. So when he was shot, he got seriously hurt. At that time, Dr. Beaumont was called to treat him. Okay, so Dr. Beaumont cleaned the wound and put the dressing. After 1.5 years, the doctor found that Martin's wound had healed except for one thing. He had a big hole in his stomach. Okay, so the hole was covered with a loose flap of skin, like the washer in a football. Press the skin, and you could peep into Martin's stomach. Not only that, the doctor could also take out food from the stomach by putting a tube in the hole. Okay, so Dr. Beaumont felt he had found a treasure. Okay, so can you guess how much time he spent on doing different experiments on his stomach? He spent almost 9 years. Okay, and during this time, Martin grew up and got married. At that time, scientists did not know how food was digested. Okay, so how does the liquid that are the digestive juices in the stomach help? Okay, does it only make the food wet and soft, or does it also help in digestion? So there were a lot of questions. So Dr. Beaumont, what he did is he took some liquids from the stomach. He wanted to see what would happen to a food item kept in a glass filled with it. Okay, so would it be digested on its own? Okay, so for this, he did an experiment with the help of a tube. He took out some digestive juices from the stomach. Okay, so at 8:30 a.m., he put 20 tiny pieces of boiled fish in 10 ml of the juice. Okay, so he kept the glass at the same temperature as that of our stomach, which is about 30 degrees Celsius. So when he checked at 2 p.m., he found that the pieces of fish had dissolved. Okay, so Dr. Beaumont tried with different food items. He gave Martin the same food at the same time and then compared how long it took for the food to be digested in the glass and in Martin's stomach. And he recorded all of this in a table. Okay, so here is one part of his observation. So if the food was unboiled milk, inside the stomach, it took 2 hours 15 minutes, but in the glass, it took 4 hours 45 minutes. Boiled milk took 2 hours, and in the glass, it took 4 hours 15 minutes. Full boiled egg took 3 hours 30 minutes in the stomach, while it took 8 hours in the glass. Half boiled egg took 3 hours in the stomach, while 6 hours 30 minutes in the glass. Raw egg, which was normally beaten, it took 2 hours in the stomach, while 4 hours and 15 minutes in the glass. And talking about the raw egg, it took 1 hour and 30 minutes in the stomach, while 4 hours in the glass. Okay, so clearly it all of the food items took less time in the stomach. Okay, so what does our stomach do? Dr. Beaumont did many experiments and found out many secrets about digestion. He found that food digests faster in the stomach than outside. Okay, so we did notice this in the table. Now our stomach churns the food to digest it. Churns means it mixes the food to digest it. The doctor also saw that the food did not digest properly when Martin was sad. He also found that the juice in our stomach is acidic in nature, which means it is acidic type in nature. Have you heard of anyone talking about acidity? Okay, especially when the person has not eaten well or when the food is not digested properly. Okay, so when the food is not eaten well, our the juices inside our stomach are produced. So acid is produced in our stomach. So if there is food, it gets used up for digesting the food. But if we haven't eaten well, there is not much food. So the acid will remain in our stomach and it will cause acidity. Okay. Now Dr. Beaumont's experiment became famous across the world. After this, many scientists did many such experiments. What did you say? No, they did not shoot people in the stomach, nor did they wait for a patient with a hole in the stomach. They used other scientific ways to look inside our body. Okay, so did you like the story of Martin, or should we say the story of our own stomach? Okay, so this is how we come to know about the process of digestion. Now imagine if you had been in place of Dr. Beaumont, what experiments would you have done to find out the secrets of our stomach? Okay, so just write down about the experiments that you would have conducted. Okay, now here we have good food, good health. Now Dr. Aparna has two patients, Rashmi and Kailash, and Dr. Aparna talked to them to find out more about them. Okay, so let's see and find out more about them. So this is Rashmi and this is Kailash. Rashmi is 5 years old while Kailash is 7 years old. So we'll read about both of them. So Rashmi, she's 5 years old, but she looks about 3 years old. She's very thin and she has very thin arms and legs and a pot belly. Pot belly basically means stomach, which is like a balloon. And fall. She often falls sick. Now she always feels tired and cannot go to school regularly. She does not have the strength to even play. And when we talk about Kailash, he looks older than his age. His body is fat and flabby. He has pain in his legs. He's not very active, and he goes to school by bus and spends many hours watching TV. And if we talk about the food, their food, so Rashmi is lucky if she can get a little rice or one roti to eat in a whole day. Okay, she does not get adequate food. And talking about Kailash, he does not like to eat home cooked food like dal, rice, vegetables, and roti. The only thing he finds tasty are chips, burger, pizzas, and soft drinks from the market. Okay, so you can see there is a difference in what food they eat. So Dr. Aparna measured the height and weight of both the children. Then she told them there's only one treatment for both of your problems, that is proper food. Okay, so you need to consume proper food to stay healthy. Okay, so now there are a few things that we need to discuss. That why do you think Rashmi could eat only one roti in the whole day? Maybe she was poor and she was not able to get good food. So do you think Kailash would like games and sports? Maybe he would like games and sports, but because of his heavy body, he was not able to play games and sports. Or maybe he won't even like playing games. Okay, so also, what do you understand by proper food? Proper food basically means food which has all the nutrients that our body needs. Proper home cooked food like dal and rice, vegetables, roti, etc. Okay, so why do you think that the food of Rashmi and Kailash was not proper? So the food of Rashmi was not proper as it was very less in quantity, whereas the food which Kailash consumed was junk food. Okay, next, there is one thing that you need to find out, that is you need to talk with your grandparents or the elderly people and then find out what they ate and what work they did when they were of your age. Okay, and now think about yourself, your daily activities, what you do every day and what you eat every day. Okay, and then just compare, are these similar or are they different from what were the habits of your grandparents? Okay, now there is one thing, that is proper food, every child's right. Okay, so here we read about two children. One is Kailash, who does not like homemade food. The other one is Rashmi, who does not even get one proper meal a day. Okay, so about half the children in our country are like Rashmi. They don't get enough food that they need to grow and develop properly. Now, these children are weak and sickly, okay, that they often get sick, but it is the right of every child to get proper food. Okay, so never waste your food and always try helping others. Okay, so there is one story of Kalahandi district in Odisha. Okay, so Gomti, over here you can see this is the picture of Gomti. She is 30 years old. Okay, she works in fields of a rich farmer, and for all her hard work she gets paid very little. Okay, so little that she cannot even buy enough rice to feed her family. Some months she does not get any work at all. Then she has to eat leaves and roots from the jungle. Okay, Gomti's children are weak with hunger and always sick. Few years ago, her husband died of hunger. Okay, so you can see how many problems people have. So if you have food, you should respect it, properly eat food and never waste food. Okay, most rice grows in Kalahandi district. Rice is even sent to other states from here. Many times the rice that keeps lying in the godowns gets spoiled. Okay, in the same Kalahandi there are many poor people like Gomti. Why do people die of hunger in such a place? Okay, so you should always take care of these people. there shouldn't be wastage of food. Okay, everyone has a right on the food and they should get proper food. Okay, so there are a few questions to think and discuss about. So just think of a kid which may not be getting good food or enough food to eat the whole day, and what can be the reasons for it. Okay, and have you ever seen a go down where the food is stored? Just think of it and where. And then you should always respect food, never waste food, and help others as much as you can. So with this, we have come an end to this chapter. Please like the video and subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you everyone.